Remember the good old days of computing? The black screen, the blinking cursor, the cryptic C prompt? That was the world of MS-DOS, the foundation upon which one of the greatest digital empires was built. Today, we are taking a deep dive into the incredible evolution of Microsoft Windows, a journey that transformed personal computing from a niche hobby into a global phenomenon. It all started in 1981 when Microsoft bought an operating system called QDOS, which stood for Quick and Dirty Operating System. They renamed it MS-DOS and licensed it to IBM for their new personal computer. MS-DOS was powerful for its time, but it wasn't exactly user-friendly. You had to memorize commands just to open a file. It was clear that for computers to reach the masses, they needed a friendlier face. That face arrived in 1985 with Windows 1.0. This wasn't a full operating system, but a graphical shell that ran on top of MS-DOS. For the first time, users could interact with their computers using a mouse, pointing and clicking on icons and windows. It introduced familiar elements like drop-down menus, scroll bars, and the trusty Notepad and Paint applications. It was a revolutionary concept, but technically, it was a bit clunky and didn't see widespread adoption. Still, the seed of a graphical future had been planted. The real breakthrough came in 1990 with Windows 3.0 and its update, 3.1. This is where Windows started to look and feel like the system we know today. It had better graphics, improved memory management, and introduced iconic features like Program Manager, File Manager, and the classic card game, Solitaire. Solitaire wasn't just for fun. It was a clever tool to teach users how to drag and drop with a mouse. Windows 3.1 became a massive success, selling millions of copies and cementing Microsoft's dominance in the PC market. Then came the big one. August 24th, 1995. The launch of Windows 95 was a cultural event, a spectacle of marketing genius. People lined up for midnight openings, and the Rolling Stones' Start Me Up became its anthem. Why all the hype? Windows 95 was a monumental leap forward. It introduced the Start button, the taskbar, and the notification area, core elements that are still with us today. It fully integrated the graphical interface with the underlying DOS, making it a true, standalone operating system. It also brought plug and play, making it easier than ever to add new hardware, and it was the first 32-bit version of Windows, unlocking more power and performance. For millions, Windows 95 was their first real taste of a modern, user-friendly computer. Following this success, Microsoft released Windows 98. It wasn't a revolution like its predecessor, but it was a significant refinement. It improved performance, added better support for USB devices, and most notably, integrated the Internet Explorer web browser directly into the operating system. This move was controversial and led to antitrust lawsuits, but it undeniably made getting online easier for the average user. Windows 98 was stable, reliable, and became another bestseller. As the new millennium dawned, Microsoft decided to split its Windows line. For consumers, we got Windows Me, or Millennium Edition. To put it kindly, Windows Me is not remembered fondly. It was rushed to market and plagued by instability and crashes. It was a short-lived and frustrating chapter in the Windows story. Meanwhile, on the professional side, things were much better. Microsoft had been developing a more robust, secure, and stable operating system based on its NT, or new technology, kernel. This led to Windows 2000, which was highly regarded in business environments. The real magic happened when Microsoft merged its consumer and professional lines. The result was Windows XP, released in 2001. XP was a masterpiece. It took the stability of the NT kernel and combined it with a redesigned, colorful, and friendly user interface called Luna. The green Start button, the blue taskbar, and the Blissful Hills wallpaper are etched into our collective memory. Windows XP was fast, stable, and incredibly popular. It was so good, in fact, that it remained the dominant operating system for over a decade, a testament to its brilliant design and reliability. Many people simply refused to upgrade for years. Microsoft's attempt to follow up on this massive success was, well, a bit of a stumble. Windows Vista, launched in 2007, was ambitious. It introduced the sleek Aero glass interface, with its translucent windows and beautiful visual effects. It also focused heavily on security with user account control, that infamous feature that constantly asked, "Are you sure you want to do this?" While well-intentioned, Vista was demanding on hardware, its security prompts were annoying, and it suffered from compatibility issues. It was a powerful OS, but it was ahead of its time and gained a reputation for being slow and bloated. Learning from Vista's mistakes, Microsoft went back to the drawing board and, in 2009, delivered one of its greatest comebacks, Windows 7. It was everything Vista should have been. It kept the beautiful Aero interface but was faster, more stable, and less demanding on your computer. It refined the taskbar, allowing you to pin applications, and introduced features like Snap for easier window management. Windows 7 was universally praised and quickly became the new fan favorite, washing away the bad taste of Vista and restoring faith in the Windows brand. But Microsoft wasn't done experimenting. With the rise of tablets and touchscreens, the company made its boldest bet yet with Windows 8 in 2012. It completely reimagined the user interface, ditching the traditional desktop and start menu for a new start screen filled with colorful, live tiles. The idea was to create one unified experience that worked on both traditional PCs and new touch devices. The problem was, for desktop users with a mouse and keyboard, it was a jarring and often confusing change. The removal of the Start button was a particularly sore point for millions of longtime users. While Windows 8.1 brought back a semblance of the Start button and other improvements, the damage was done. Windows 8 remains one of the most polarizing releases in the company's history. Realizing they had gone too far, Microsoft once again course-corrected. In 2015, they released Windows 10, and they did something unprecedented. They offered it as a free upgrade for Windows 7 and 8 users. Windows 10 was a hybrid, the perfect blend of old and new. It brought back the beloved Start menu but integrated the live tiles from Windows 8 into it. It introduced the Cortana Digital Assistant, a new web browser called Edge to replace Internet Explorer, and focused on being a service rather than a one-time product, receiving continuous updates with new features and security patches. Windows 10 successfully united the user base and, to this day, runs on over 1 billion devices worldwide. That brings us to the present and the latest chapter, Windows 11. Released in 2021, it marks the most significant visual redesign in a decade. It features a centered start menu and taskbar, rounded corners, and a clean, modern aesthetic. It's designed for a new era of hybrid work, with deeper integration of Microsoft Teams and improved multitasking features like Snap layouts. It also boosts performance and security and even has the ability to run Android apps. Windows 11 is a clear signal of Microsoft's vision for the future of the PC, a device that is more personal, more productive, and more connected than ever before. So what's next? The future of Windows is likely to be even more intertwined with the cloud, with services like Windows 365 offering a full, personalized Windows experience streamed from the internet to any device. We'll probably see deeper integration with AI, making our computers smarter and more proactive assistants. From the command line of MS-DOS to the cloud-powered intelligence of tomorrow, the evolution of Windows is a story of constant innovation, occasional missteps, and a relentless drive to make technology more accessible and powerful for everyone. It's been an incredible journey, and it's far from over. Thanks for watching this trip down memory lane. What was your favorite version of Windows? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our next one. See you next time.